Hello beings, greetings. Super important topic we're going to be discussing, especially with all the retrogrades in place and all the planetary alignments. Communication's a little bit off, energy is just a little harsh right now, plus we have lots of endings, lots of new beginnings. All good transformative process though, we are grateful. But something we all have got to be aware of is cleansing ourselves of negative emotions and of people. Why would we want to cleanse ourselves of someone else's emotion or someone else's negative energy or a situational energy? Because when you hold on to negative emotion and you don't fully allow yourself to feel it and release it, then it stays within your being. It can manifest physically as a disease or an ailment like an ulcer, or even cancer is caused by stress. And it can even cause anxieties like simple day-to-day anxiousness, and can even cause you to have simple triggers. So none of us have time for that. I definitely don't have time for that. I used to think that it was okay to just release a situation and tell myself to not think about it and move on, and that I would be okay. But once I started getting older, I started finding little things within myself, like I'd get easily annoyed, or I would be triggered by a situation, or something would cause me to stress out more than it should, because I hadn't fully acknowledged my feelings in a past traumatic situation and fully released it. So releasing your negative emotions and your feelings and your traumas are going to open you up to being more receptive to positive energy and letting light within your being. So you got to make room for that shit too. This is also good if you are getting out of a relationship and trying to get over someone, or if you had a falling out with a family member or a close friend and you need to completely release them from your life, which is totally okay. Along our journeys, we meet lots of people, and not everyone is a forever person. Often you just meet people, especially these prominent people, who cause trauma or chaos or drama in your lives, and they're only there for a short period of time, and it's really only to teach you a lesson. So our intention is to understand that lesson, feel the emotions, and release them. First, we have to come to terms with our situation. How are you feeling? Take some time to yourself, maybe sit in a room with lit candles, or maybe you need darkness. Close your eyes, focus on your breathing, and become fully aware of how you feel. Mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. How does this situation make you feel? And allow yourself to feel those emotions fully. Do not judge yourself for them. If you loved someone a lot and they screwed you over, or if you trusted someone, or even if it was your fault. Allow yourself to feel those emotions and come to terms with them completely. Be in the reality of the situation. Do you feel jealous? Do you feel envious? Do you feel angry? Do you feel hatred? Do you feel guilt? Whatever it is, it's fine. It's okay. Come to terms with it and be okay with how you feel. This is normal. You're a human being. Something traumatic happened to you. Let yourself feel it. And when you're feeling these emotions, allow yourself to feel them fully. Don't hide anything from yourself. Don't hold anything back. Don't make excuses for yourself. Allow them to all come out to the surface of your own being as you're sitting here meditating in your safe haven place. And don't let anything hide in little crevices of your mind. That is the most important part, is that you are clearing out all of the emotion. You are bringing them all to the surface so that nothing is lingering behind or going to affect you in your future. Feel it fully. A cleansing activity I like to do is take a piece of paper and write down the person's name that you'd like to cleanse yourself from, or the situation, and write down all of your emotions that you just came up with associated with the trauma. Whether it is anxiety, or it's guilt, or it's shame, or it's anger, or it's sadness, or it's confusion, or whatever the situation is, write it all down. It doesn't have to be neat, it doesn't have to be pretty. In fact, I like to write it like in all areas of the paper, just like kind of sporadic, because that's how my emotions feel. And take it to a safe place. Obviously, don't do this in like a fire hazardous area. Do it in a safe area, maybe over your sink or something, and light that shit on fire. Literally light the piece of paper on fire and set it on either a plate or something that is not flammable, and watch the letters burn. Watch that person's name burn. And as it burns, allow your emotions to kind of just trickle out of your body. You no longer feel them. Watch the flames engulf that piece of paper and it turns to dust, to ashes. And what happens when you shake ashes? They disappear. The emotions that you feel just completely disappear from your being and you are freeing yourself. Now after this activity, it's probably smart to take a few minutes to yourself and just kind of like breathe and process what really just went on and truly believe that you are releasing yourself from the pain and from the hurt and from the anxiety that this situation caused. Imagine yourself doing it, picture it physically, emotionally, spiritually, all of it. And let it go. Just let it go. So now that you have figuratively and literally removed the emotion from your own being, you need to literally remove them from your lives. Delete them from all social media. Remove them as your friend from Facebook. Unfollow them on Instagram, on Twitter, on YouTube, on whatever it is. It doesn't matter who they're with, what they're doing, what they're fucking eating. It does not matter. Just completely remove them from your life. No longer give them responsibility for how you feel. They are not responsible for how you feel or even for what they did to you. Yes, they are responsible in a sense, but you are your own being and you are on your own life journey and you have your own path. Therefore, everything that happens to you is not happening to you, it's happening for you. So take them out of the equation and instead of thinking them as a specific something, think of them simply as a lesson. Oh yeah, Jen. Oh yeah, that was my lesson, yeah. Oh yeah, we're cool now. We're cool. It's as easy as that. Often when I have people ask me about this situation, like how to get over someone or how to remove someone from your life, they often bring up how much they loved the other person. Almost as if they are mad that they spent that much love on someone else. Love is a forever feeling. Love is an unconditional feeling. Yes, the other person helped you feel connected and helped fire up and fuel your energy so that you could feel that deep of a love, but that was all you. That was all you. Do not give them any credit for the love or for the feelings that you felt. You should love yourself for how deeply you were able to feel and how much you cared for the other person. So be proud of yourself for how much you dove in, how much you allowed yourself to feel, because vulnerability is real power. It takes strength to be vulnerable. So good job. And when you feel that love and you notice how much you loved that other person, now that they're removed from the situation, you now get to focus that love and that attention and that generosity on yourself. Did you used to spend lots of time with that person or take them on dates or make them dinner? Turn it around. Make yourself dinner. Take yourself out on dates. Maybe go to a spa or on a hike or whatever it is that makes you feel good. You now have twice as much time to spend on yourself and to love yourself. And if you're releasing yourself from an emotion or a traumatic situation, releasing that and coming to terms with how you felt about that situation is also vulnerability. So you've opened up a place within yourself where you can too spend more time loving yourself, spend a little more attention on your own being. And once we've accumulated all of this and we have cleansed ourselves of the situation, we've come to terms with how we feel, we've released it from our own being, and we have discovered the love and the light that we have within our own selves, and now we are refocusing that energy on ourselves and positivity and bettering ourselves. Now you can take time to look at the situation from a completely different perspective and learn your lesson from it. Life will keep repeating things. It will keep cycling situations that are similar back into your life until you learn them. Once you learn the lesson that life is trying to teach you through these traumatic experiences, then you are able to move on. And moving on from that cycle of a situation allows you to dive into new waters. It opens new doors. It creates an openness within your own being to start achieving higher as yourself. And really that's like the whole point to existing. So stay focused. You are here to love yourself and to love others as well. But when toxic situations arise, you need to recognize them and you need to move on. That's kind of just how it is. So don't take it too seriously. Don't judge yourself for it. Don't hate someone for it. That's the worst thing you can do. Just simply move on. Take it as for what it is. Learn your lessons. Cleanse yourself of your energy. Clear your surroundings. And surround yourself with positivity. That's how you align yourself. Thank you, beings.